Welcome everybody today to the Gold Coast for the Minor B JJ Kavanagh County Final between Portlaw and the Brickies. As you can see, weather conditions have deteriorated since in the last hour, and currently we're facing a little bit of a downpour, although the breeze has dropped. To start off with today, I'm going to go through the Portlaw team. So Portlaw Ballyduff. I said two clubs combined together today or this year for this minor championship. So in goal we've number 1 Billy Cuddihy, number 2 Ronan O'Connell, number 3 Keith Millay, number 4 Luke Gooney, number 5 Shane Reid, centre back number 6 Rory Dobbin, and number 7 Aaron Chasty. In the middle of the field for Portlaw Ballyduff we have Michael O'Connor and Cormac Rooney. The half forward line for Portlaw Ballyduff is number 10 Conor O'Brien, number 11 Cian Bulger, and number 12 Alex Reid. In the full forward line for Portlaw Ballyduff we have number 13 Jack O'Donnell, number 14 Evan Burrows, and finishing off the team number 15 Sean O'Rourke. The path to today's final for Portlaw: in their first game of the championship they overcame Mollerns on a scoreline of 3-15 to 2-11. In their second game against St Mary's conceded a game and Portlaw received a walkover. In their semi-final, Portlaw overcame a gallant Mount Sion team on a scoreline of Portlaw 121, Mount Sion 212, with either team scoring a late goal to bring the game to an exciting finish in Welsh Park. Points to note about this Portlaw team is the scoring ability of their full forward line, especially Evan Burrows, who has been deadly so far in the championship from place balls and from play. An excellent player who strikes brilliantly from distance and close in on the goal. He's ably assisted in the full forward line by Jack O'Donnell. Jack O'Donnell is nearly the typical kind of corner forward we might see, low to the ground but very quick and well able to strike a point from inside or outside his man. They also have a strong midfield pairing of Michael O'Connor and Cormac Rooney. Cormac Rooney was part of the Waterford minor hurling panel early on this year but suffered an injury and unfortunately may have fallen out of favour due to that injury. In their semi-final victory over Mount Sion, they had an excellent game with Mount Sion, one of the best coached teams that have been seen around in the minor division championship in recent years. Portlaw overcame Mount Sion through the efforts of their full forward, as previously mentioned, Evan Burrows, who had an outstanding game, knocking over half a dozen points between frees and play. Jack O'Donnell also ably assisted with 3 frees in the first half, which helped them to reach a half-time lead, and they maintained this lead right through to the end of the game. So Portlaw will be hoping to put up a big performance here, and last year these two teams met in the final, under 16 county final, with the Brickies emerging victorious on the day, and the game again was played in the Gold Coast. So a little bit of maybe retribution on the cards here for Portlaw Ballyduff in this game. Moving on to the Brickey Rangers team that will contest this final. So the Brickey Rangers team is number 1 in goal Tom Gardner, number 2 James Fennell, number 3 Owen McGrath, number 4 James Harty, number 5 Alan Kern, centre back number 6 Killian Ryan, number 7 Cameron Ashraf, number 8 in the middle of the field Peter Cummins, number 9 Braden D. Carter. On the right hand side of the Brickey attack we have a replacement for number 10 Justin Whelan, who's replaced by number 17 James Daly. Centre forward number 11 Tom O'Connell, number 12 Jamie Coonan. In the corner we have number 15 Sean Spratt, number 14 Jack Ronan playing full forward, and replacing Cormac Deavy we have Mikey Sheehan wearing number 19. The Brickies' path to the final encompasses 3 games also. In their first game of the championship they overcame Cushbreed on a scoreline of Brickies 5-14, Cushbreed 15 points. In the second game of the championship Brickies overcame Lismore Ballysaggart, also known as St Cartridges, on a scoreline of 4-14 to 112. In the semi-final, Brickies overcame Clan Naguil on a scoreline of Brickies 117, Clan Naguil 7 points. Unfortunately, in that semi-final victory, Brickies lost 2 of their players, with Niall Brown picking up an ankle injury early in the first half, while Brian Fox picked up a hand injury in the game. These will be 2 massive losses to the Brickies, as they performed excellently in all games so far in the championship. The Brickies' driving force is also under full forward line, much the same as Portlaw, with Tom O'Connell leading the attack from the centre half forward position, similar to his counterpart Evan Burrows, scoring both from frees and from play. The Brickies have improved massively over the last 12 months, like their counterparts Portlaw Ballyduff, so this should be a really exciting final, and it's unfortunate that the crowd cannot be here to see 2 great teams play on the day, but due to the health safety restrictions, unfortunately the game will have to go out live on the YouTube channel. It's interesting to note about this game that the Brickies have scored almost the same score and the same conceded score in both of their games, scoring 5-14 and 4-14, showing that they've got the ability to score many goals while conceding 15 points and 112 respectively, showing that their defence is also to the fore. Interestingly, Portlaw have a similar story, scoring 24 points in both of their games, with 315 being scored in their first game and 121 being scored in their semi-final victory. And interesting, as I said, they also have conceded more or less the same score in both games, with 211 conceded against Mollerns and 212 conceded against Mount Sion. So as you can clearly see, this is going to be an exciting game for those who have the chance to watch it live on the YouTube channel provided by Tomás Rua Kiley. We're waiting for the teams to take the field. The referee for today's game is Paddy Smith from the Shamrocks Club in Knockanore. So Paddy is a well-known referee in the West Waterford and more so now in the county, as he has refereed games of all levels. He recently refereed the Brickies Junior Hurling semi-final defeat to Turin, where he put on a good display and was noted at very even to both teams. The Brickies have a number of players involved in the Waterford minor hurling panel this year, with Tom O'Connell and Niall Bowney members of the panel. As we said earlier, Cormac Rooney was a member of the panel early on in the year, but unfortunately due to injury had to remove himself from the panel. But hopefully a good showing today might see him feature back into the eyes of the Waterford minor hurling panel. Both teams are currently warming up and we're expected to start the game in approximately 2 to 3 minutes. The weather has eased off a small bit, which is great, so the wind seems to have died down also. So hopefully the weather will stay off for the game so that we get to see the best of our players. At the same time this evening, the Western Junior B hurling finals are taking place in Fairfield. Those games are also being covered and are available on YouTube channels through their respective clubs' Facebook page. So if you log on to those pages, you should be able to view those games live also. If there is a drop in the line at this game, I apologise. It was been very difficult to keep the 4G internet up here in the Gold Coast venue. So if our line does drop, we apologise for that. The game will be recorded in full and placed on both clubs' respective pages following the game. If the line does drop, we'll be doing our best to keep it, to re-establish a connection with the internet so that you can continue to view it. As I said though, we apologise for any interruptions throughout the game. Just as I speak here, I notice there might be a change in the referee for the game. Even though Paddy Smith has been put down, it looks like Tomás Tyler Welch will be taking charge of the game. So Tomás, very experienced referee, inter-county referee of varying levels. So Tomás is now taking his place in the centre of the field to make the toss between the two teams. So as I said, just in case you're joining in, there'll be a change in referee. Paddy Smith will no longer be refereeing the game, with Tomás Welch of the Medeligo Club taking charge of the game. So Tomás Welch blows referee, looking for the two captains to come forward. Captain for the Brickies team, Tom O'Connell. So Tomás Welch awaits the two captains in centre field to make the draw. Very little favour here in the conditions. There's not a great wind here. The flags on the side of the pitch seem to be fairly still at the moment, so this wind will not favour any team. So it should be a great game of hurling. The pitch here is perfect as always. The rain even probably makes that a little bit softer, slowing down the ground a bit, making it easier for the teams to play. Fabulous venue provided by John McGrath here in the Gold Coast. Various teams, the calibre of Tipperary during their All-Ireland winning year, spend weekends here on training weekends, showing the calibre of the ground here and the facilities provided by the Gold Coast. Dublin ladies footballers have also been recent visitors to the Gold Coast facility, staying in the houses and also using the pool and the pitch here to great use on the run up to their championship games. So Tom O'Connell is then for Eel, awaits the Portlaw Ballyduff captain for the toss. Cian Bulger is the captain for Portlaw Ballyduff, operating from the centre half forward position. So interestingly, the two number 11s are captains of both teams, perhaps showing where the strength of both teams might lie in this competition. So Cian Bulger makes his way towards the halfway line for the toss of the coin with Tom O'Connell. Portlaw Ballyduff win the toss and elect to play from left to right in the first half, as you're looking at it on the screens in front of you. So I'm sure Tom Welch should get this game underway as soon as possible, as the weather is holding off some way at the moment. I'm sure he'll be keen to get it going. So players begin to take their positions. We'll keep an eye out for any positional changes in the game just to see. It's reported that Ballyduff or Portlaw Ballyduff are playing to 1 to 15, so that should be fairly straightforward. As I said, there's been 2 changes in the Brickey Rangers team, with James Daly and Mikey Sheehan coming in to the team. We'll just see if they pick up their positions of the players that they've replaced, and we'll do a quick rundown just before the whistle begins. So it appears to be a small few changes to the Brickey team, with Braden D. Carter taking up the left-hand forward position, with Peter Cummins gone to midfield. James Harty and Cameron Ash have taken up their respective positions, Cameron playing half-back and James Harty moving into the corner. Tomas Welch get ready to join the ball and the game is on. First break goes to Cormac Rooney, picks the ball in the middle of the field, moves through the 65, strikes off his left-hand side, low and hard towards the goal, drifts out to the wide. So first wide for Ballyduff from Cormac Rooney from midfield. Tom Gardner is the Brickey goalkeeper, the Dungarvan CBS student, will take his first puck out now of the game.
Tom, you're hitting Braden now.
Portlaw Ballyduff withdrawn one member of their team back into it, seem to be playing extra man their full back in front of their full back line. Ball's dropping short, Wynn seems to hold it up. Centre forward, Bulger misses the first pick up, great tackle there by Bulger, wins the ball, the second attempt, passes the ball out, blocked down by James Fennell. James Fennell in, gets a touch, ball breaks for Rooney, Rooney breaking through the middle, goes through the 21-yard line, moving towards the goal. Owen McGrath comes across the tackle, ball breaks Evan Burrows, hand pass Evan Burrows, first shot of the game, goal to Portlaw. As we said beforehand, danger man number 14, Evan Burrows, gets the first score of the game. Great work there by Rooney from midfield. Really worked hard there, locks the ball once or twice and still managed to get through it. Braden Carter, ball drops between him and Shane Reid. Braden D. Carter up the left-hand side of the break. He's getting away from midfielder Michael O'Connor. Braden D. Carter well tackled there by Sean Reid. Ball breaks Tom O'Connell. Tom O'Connell on the first pick-up, drives through the tackle. Michael O'Connor tries to stop him. Sean Reid again comes through. Tom brushes off the tackle, shoots on his right-hand side from about 55 yards, wide on the right. So first wide for Brickey. So an exciting start to the game so far. Both teams really attacking the goal. Both teams well able to carry the ball. Goalkeeper Billy Cuddy pucks out the ball, lands on the Brickey 65-yard line. Killian Ryan places the hand up and breaks the ball into the ground. Alan Kern with the break onto the ground. Peter Cummins gets the break, misses the first pick up, second chance, third chance, picks it on the run. Peter opens up the legs, flick across the body there. Peter Cummins delivers the ball into Jack Ronan. Jack Ronan misses the first chance of his first touch. Tomas Welch brings it back from a free on the halfway line for the Brickey Rangers. So first chance for Tom O'Connell here to strike a dead ball to Portlaw post, dead on the halfway line, 10 yards to the left of the centre. Interesting that Portlaw seem to have pulled an extra man back in front of their full back line. So Brickies have an extra man in front of their full back line, and that extra man is James Fennell, number 2. 2.5 minutes gone. Score 1 goal to Portlaw Ballyduff, no score to Brickies. Tom O'Connell, 55 yards out. Off the right hand side, Tom O'Connell strikes a great ball from the halfway line over the centre of the crossbar. Excellent strike. Seems to be a small bit of wind against the Brickies at the moment when the ball travels high in the air. Cuddy with his second puck out, low and hard down to the right hand side. James Daly, first touch. Aaron Chasey wins the second ball there. Again Rooney's on the ball. Passes the ball to his midfield partner Michael O'Connor. Strikes off the left, down the middle of the Brickey attack. Killian Ryan reads it lovely. Great catch by Killian Ryan. Moves out of his centre half back line. Pucks the ball up the field. Goes to Killian Ryan. Rory Dobbin playing centre half of Portlaw Ballyduff. Loses the ball in the tackle. Great tackling there by the Brickey corner forward Sean Spratt. Sean Spratt hand pass the ball. Tom O'Connell losing the tackle against Michael O'Connor. Rory Dobbin picks the ball again and moves forward. Ball breaks out. Peter Cummins on the break on the halfway line, his own 65, moving towards. Reid tackling again. Puts the ball back to Alan Curran. Alan Curran moves across centre of the pitch, plays a one-handed pass to Braden D. Carter. Braden D. Carter moves ahead, gets followed by 2 Portlaw lads, does well to get the ball into the middle. Jack Ronan out in front. Ball breaks. Great play there by the Portlaw Ballyduff wing back Shane Reid. Rory Dobbin steps up to take this free from his own 30-yard line. Strikes it off the left, long down into the right-hand side of their attack. 2 Brickey players against 1 Portlaw Ballyduff player. Owen McGrath tracks back to get that ball, gets a flicks it out to Killian Ryan. Jack O'Donnell gets the pick, drops it. Evan Burrows misses the pick as well. The ball's on the ground. Great work there by the defence and attack of both teams. Burrows makes his way through the centre. Burrows is fouled. Great work there by Evan Burrows. Kept after the ball, dropped 2 balls, kept after it. Brickey attacked it, or Brickey defence didn't seem to be doing a whole lot wrong there. Maybe tangle of bodies. Tomas Welch towards the free into the Portlaw Ballyduff men.
And put that ball in your hands, lad, as quick as you can.
25 yards out from the Brickies goal. Evan Burrows had his chance for his second score of the match. His first score being a goal. So 5 minutes gone. Portlaw Ballyduff a goal. Brickies a point. Off his right hand side, Evan Burrows strikes a lovely ball over the centre of the crossbar. Portlaw Ballyduff 1-1. Brickies 1 point. Tom Gardner with the puck out. First puck out was caught by the wind and dropped in his own 65-yard line. Need to get a bit more behind it this time. Gardner with the strike, much better strike this time, reaches the halfway line. Tom O'Connell wins the break from midfield, moving towards the goal. He's gone through the 65, moving towards Dobbin, waits from Tom O'Connell, steps him off his left hand side over the bar. Wide on the right. Second wide for the Brickey Rangers. Second wide for Tom O'Connell. Cuddy with the puck out. Down into the Brickies half back line. Ball travels over the head, Alan Curran. Conor O'Brien attacks the ball, still the ball in his hand. Passes the ball to Bulger. Bulger off his right hand side from 35 yards. Wide on the left. So players struggling small with the breeze here in the goal coast. Obviously not much coverage around the ground. Breeze often affects shots here, especially in hurling when they travel high in the air. Gardner with his 3rd puck out now. This time changes direction, goes low and hard for Braden D. Carter. Ball goes past him, breaks Peter Cummins, first touch into the hand. Cummins takes on Reid. Cummins has gone past Reid, moving through the 65. Still has his 2 catches, the ball dropping the ground off his right hand side, should take his score. Great run for Peter Cummins, 2nd point for the Brickey Rangers. Great puck out there from Tom Gardner. Great work there from Peter Cummins, picked the ball in his own 65, turned around to Portlaw Ballyduff defence. Cuddy with the puck out, again goes down his left hand side. Alan Curran, ball travels over his head, breaks into Bulger and James Fennell. James Fennell protects the ball, does well there, flicks the ball back into Alan Curran. 3 Portlaw men, Ballyduff men, 1 Brickey man. Seem to be pushing it back there, James Fennell does very well to get the ball out of tackle. Passes the ball to Braden D. Carter, off his left hand side, lovely strike, in and high on top of Jack Ronan. Excellent play there by Dobbin, who dropped back in front of his full back to claim the ball high in the air. Well done James Daly, great work there. Plays the ball out to Braden D. Carter. Sorry, Mikey Sheehan wearing number 19. Line ball, 40 yards out from the Portlaw goal to be taken by Tom O'Connell, centre half forward. Tom takes a shot, Braden D. Carter calling on the 65. First time into his hand, ball back to O'Connell. O'Connell with a chance to shoot, is tackled by Aaron Chasey, moves past Aaron Chasey, strikes on the right hand side of the pitch. Wide on the left across the face of the goal. So a 3rd wide for the Brickies. Brickies need to be careful with their shooting. Great tackling and pressure though from Portlaw Ballyduff. Puck out from Cuddy, this time changes and goes down the right hand side of his tack. Surely a push in the back there against Bulger on Peter Cummins. So second free for O'Connell, exactly the same spot as the first one that he had from the halfway line. Be interested to see if he can judge the win this time around. Slight adjustment, should see the ball go over the bar. Two, is it? So 69 yards out, more or less in the centre of the pitch. So Tom O'Connell striking for the third point of the game. Wide on the left. Very close there. Looked like the ball travelled over the crossbar. Umpire's the main man here. Waved it wide. Change again from Cuddy. He goes down the left-hand side. Alan Kern and Conor O'Brien battling for the ball there. Ball runs over the sideline. Alan Kern thinks about taking it quickly across the middle. Decides to steady himself. Moves the ball up along the attack. Cormac Rooney picks up the ball after plays it across to Evan Burrows. Evan Burrows misses the hand. James Harty with a chance to take the ball. He misses the pick up at the first attempt. Does well to pick it the second time and drive it up the middle. Dobbin should have this one from the centre half back position. Ball being played up the middle with the Brickies. Not happy in the sideline here about the decision to play the ball up the middle. Want to move the ball outside. Bulger picks the ball in the halfway line. Moves away from James Fennell. Moves across the field. Strikes off his left. Great block there. Unlucky. So hook there and a block. James Fennell judged to lift the Hurley across. Free in from the middle there to be taken by Evan Burrows. So about 67 yards out, about 10 yards in from the left-hand sideline. Evan Burrows moves over to take the sideline. So a change here in the Portlaw Ballyduff team. Number 6 is sweeping in front of his own full back line with Michael O'Connor dropping back to pick up Tom O'Connell at centre half back. So currently we have Portlaw Ballyduff playing with 7 defenders, 5 forwards. Strike from Burrows, excellent score, 67 yards out, 5-6 yards into the sideline, straight over the bar. As soon as he left his hurley, he knew the ball was over the bar. So 1-2 to 2 points here in Gold Coast. Portlaw with the big score, a goal. So Portlaw Ballyduff 1-2, Brickey Rangers 2 points. Tom O'Connell claims the puck out from Gardner, moves up along the side and looking to strike the ball off his left, long into the full forward line for the Brickies. Mikey Sheehan and Jack Ronan competing for the ball. Luke Gooney wins a great ball, moves the ball out to his left hand side. Rooney wins the ball in front of Braden D. Carter. Great strike there by Aaron Chasey down along the field. So ball here between James Harty and Cian Bulger. Well won there by Killian Ryan, who seems to be sweeping in the Brickies Brickies half back line now. James Daly wins a great ball there, tackled by Chasey again, and Peter Cummins released the ball in, but again they found Dobbin in the centre half back position, who's sweeping behind. That's 4 or 5 balls. Brickies are now struck down the middle into the loose man. Owen McGrath tackling there with Jack O'Donnell. Owen McGrath gets the back there, knocks the ball over the sideline. So great play there by Owen McGrath, keeping the ball out in front of him. Jack O'Donnell, very good forward, as we said. Owen McGrath have to have his work cut out today to keep him quiet. So Jack O'Donnell with the sideline here, 45 yards out the left hand side. With the wind, whatever wind is there, Jack O'Donnell plays the ball across the 21-yard line. Great touch into the hand there by Alex Reid. Ball drops onto the ground. Owen McGrath claims the ball, looks to clear the ball out to the Brickies left hand side. Ball here between Michael O'Connor and Tom O'Connell. O'Connell managed to break the ball down to himself. Seems to be a chop there, but Tom O'Connell, unbelievable scare, flicked the ball into his hand with his foot. Looks to deliver the ball, look for the hand pass inside to number 12 for the Brickies, Jamie Coonan. Foul there by Portlaw, number 6, Dobbin. Brickies seem to be doing better when they're working the ball through the hand there, the extra man against the wind. Mountain there from the centre half forward. Cian Bulger sees the free by Tomas Welch, moved in to 45 yards out from the goal, dead straight in front. Costly mistake there by the Portlaw Ballyduff centre forward. So just to recap there, Killian Ryan is now sweeping in front of the Brickey full back line, with Dobbin doing the same for Portlaw Ballyduff. Brickey seem to have come in more to the game in the last 5-10 minutes. Portlaw Ballyduff made a very quick start. The goal obviously being a crucial score, but since that it's been nick and tuck with 12 and a half minutes gone. So Tom O'Connell with a chance to move the Brickies onto 3 points over the bar. So Brickies 3 points, Portlaw Ballyduff 1-2. Quick puck out here from the Portlaw goalie Cuddy. Again goes down his left hand side towards Alan Kern and James Conor O'Brien. Ball over the sideline, so it'll be a sideline ball for Portlaw Ballyduff to be taken by Michael O'Connor. Bulger wins that puck out, that sideline ball, turns back in, plays the ball back out to Sean O'Rourke. Sean O'Rourke off his left hand side, great strike, high strike across the goal. Excellent score by Sean O'Rourke there from 30 yards out on the left hand side. Floated the ball high, the wind seemed to take it over the bar. So the score is Portlaw Ballyduff 1-3, Brickies 3 points with 13 and a half minutes gone.
Keep it going, Jamie. Sean, keep moving now, right? Keep looking for the ball. Jack, keep working now, hard, Jack.
Tom Gardner with the puck out. Killian Ryan stands free in the 45-yard line. Drives the ball, Gardner down the left-hand side of his attack on top of Tom O'Connell, and O'Connor again, the ball breaks. Peter Cummins inside defence, being chased by Rooney. Rooney manages to get a touch of the ball, breaks it down. Ball breaks, Tom O'Connell gets it the second time of asking. Chance to shoot from the left-hand side across the goal. Excellent score by Tom O'Connell out on the left-hand side from about 45-50 yards on the angle. Great work by Peter Cummins, and much better there by Tom Gardner. The goal managed to find his target there in Tom O'Connell. Tom O'Connell's third point today. Cuddy, he moves the ball down the left-hand side of their attack. Ball breaks onto the ground. Sean O'Rourke gathers the ball in the halfway line, moves back, strikes the ball up the sideline again up towards O'Brien. O'Brien moves forward. O'Brien turns back and strikes off his right-hand side across the goal. Ball breaks to Jack O'Donnell. He slips just as he's about to pick the ball up. Slips again. Great work there by James Harty and Killian Ryan to put pressure on the Portlaw Ballyduff full forward, corner forward. Ball intercepted by Bulger. Bulger moves forward. Great flick by Alan Kern. Killian Ryan off his right-hand side moves the ball, unfortunately, over the sideline. So a sideline ball for Portlaw Ballyduff, about 55 yards out from their own Brickey goal. Excellent work there by Owen McGrath and James Harty to dispossess Jack O'Donnell. Unfortunately, O'Donnell slipped just about to pick the ball, but still great work from the Brickey players. Aaron Chasty with this sideline, 55 yards out from the Brickey goal on the left-hand side. Chasty, short ball into Bulger. Bulger catches the first time. Excellent sidestep there, moves away from his man, drops the ball. Bulger wins the pick-up again, strikes off his right-hand side. Half-hooked, ball breaks to number 12, Reid. Reid moves the ball into the corner towards danger man Jack O'Donnell. Jack O'Donnell misses the first pick-up. Killian Ryan picks that break, misses the pick-up. Danger with Burrows around. Killian Ryan picks the ball over his own end line. Small bit of pressure there from Burrows, led to a mistake from Killian Ryan. 65 for Portlaw Ballyduff. 65 will surely be taken by Burrows, number 14, centre full forward for Portlaw Ballyduff. As I said previously, whatever little bit of wind there seems to be favouring Portlaw Ballyduff at this stage. So 16 minutes gone. Scoreline: Brickies 3 points, Portlaw Ballyduff. Sorry, Brickies 4 points, Portlaw Ballyduff 1-3. 65 from Burrows, 1-4. So Tom Welsh blows for the first water break of the game. So, just to recap so far, both teams appear to be playing a sweeper. However, it was Portlaw Ballyduff who made the first move by dropping Dobbin back in front of the full back line. Michael O'Connor's dropped back to pick up Tom O'Connell centre half forward. The Brickies have responded by moving James Fennell out to mark Keane Bulger and placing Killian Ryan in front of their own full back line. Difficult game to judge in the opening minutes due to the conditions. As I said, it's slightly windy. It seems the ball travels high in the air, but the pitch is also greasy. The grass is wet, obviously, due to the heavy rainfall over the last number of days, meaning it's hard to control the ball as it flicks low onto the ground. So far we've had scores for the Brickies. Tom O'Connell with a 3rd minute free. Peter Cummins with a 7-minute point from play. Tom O'Connell with his second point, from a free on 13 minutes, and then Tom O'Connell from play on the 15th minute. Whereas the Portlaw scores have come from their first score of the game being a goal by Evan Burrows on 2 minutes, a pointed free by Evan Burrows on 6 minutes, Burrows again from play on 10 minutes, O'Rourke from play on 14 minutes, and Burrows from a free on 17 minutes, 65 on 17 minutes. So there's to recap the scores. Hard to call this one at this stage. Obviously the teams are very evenly matched, with the goal after 2 minutes being a decisive score so far, 1-4. Perhaps the goal came as a bit of a shock to Brickies, but maybe spurred them into action. Following that, the game kind of kicked into life in the second half of the first quarter, with both teams starting to open up a small bit, maybe getting used to the conditions, maybe the nervousness of playing a final and passing off on them. Both teams again going to take their place now for the second half of the first half, so the second quarter. We'll be starting with a puck out from Portlaw Ballyduff, so just wait for the teams to take their place, or Brickies, sorry, starting with a puck out from the Brickies. As I said, the wind seems to be picking up ever so slightly every so often. It's definitely blowing from left to right so favouring Portlaw Ballyduff in this first half. Some strong performances so far from Keane Bulger for Portlaw Ballyduff, and Evan Burrows obviously for Portlaw Ballyduff as well. Tom O'Connell come to the fore, Braden D. Carter, and also Peter Cummins showing strongly for the Brickies. Sean O'Rourke seems to be taking up the midfield position now, with Portlaw Ballyduff continuing to play two in their full forward line. He's partnering Cormac Rooney in midfield. So we have O'Rourke and Rooney in midfield.
Stay. Finish.
Brickies excellently worked the first puck out of the second quarter, finding Braden D. Carter. Braden D. Carter moves in the centre, delivers a long ball into the full forward line. Are we going to find that extra man again? Dobbin fights the ball with Mikey Sheehan, loses the ball. Corner back for Portlaw Ballyduff, comes out with the ball. Ball played out to Rooney. Excellent touchdown there with Peter Cummins. Tom O'Connell into tackle. Excellent work there with Michael O'Connor. Picks the ball, plays the ball forward to O'Rourke. O'Rourke hand passes the ball to O'Brien. O'Brien to shoot from 55 yards. Shot from Alex Reid, apologies. So Alex Reid is the score. So that moves 1-5 Portlaw Ballyduff, 4 points to the Brickey Rangers. Excellent score there. Sean O'Rourke. Puck out, blocked down by Sean O'Rourke, who's really coming to this game at the moment. Seems to be lording it here in the middle of the field. Ball breaks. Rooney's on the run down the left-hand side. Rooney off his left. Reads the tackle and plays the ball into Burrows. Burrows misses the first chance to pick up. Ball breaks into the corner. Burrows goes for it again, picks it, looks out to the centre, plays it across the 21-yard line to Reid, moving in, who's on his own. Reid from 21 yards shoots for goal. Excellent goal from Reid, top corner from 21 yards out. Excellent strike, no hope for Tom Gardner inside the goal. Brickey seemed to get all dragged into the right hand corner there. Reid stayed out wide. Found by an excellent ball from Burrows across 21-yard line into Reid's hand, and he finds the top corner net. Excellent strike. 2-5 for Portlaw Ballyduff, 4 points for the Brickey Rangers. Tom Gardner pucks the ball out, lands on the 65. Peter Cummins wins the break, moves away. Excellently changed by O'Connor, who's really working hard. Ball down into the corner to Sean Spratt. Sean Spratt wins it at the second attempt, misses the pick up. Ball breaks Peter Cummins. Peter Cummins loses it. Ball played out to Michael O'Connor. Michael O'Connor hand passes back. Full back clears the ball. Braden D. Carter receives the ball in midfield but drops it. Bulger goes into tackle. Excellent play by Cian Bulger. Ball, James Fennell pulls in the ground first time. Balls break to Sean O'Rourke. Sean O'Rourke really getting on the ball a lot now in this half. Hand pass the ball out to Rooney. Rooney breaks past James Fennell, moving into the 65-yard line. Plays the ball out to that man Reid again, who's found space again. Reid, 55, 60 yards out. 1-1 for Reid in the last 2 or 3 minutes. 1-2 in total. Excellent play. 2-6 for Portlaw Ballyduff, 4 points for the Brickey Rangers. Brickies need to stem the flow here. They need to get a score here. They're going to look to their big man, obviously, Tom O'Connell, maybe to win this ball. Ball drops short on 65-yard line. O'Brien goes to bat but misses. Ball runs through to O'Connor. Peter Cummins comes and picks up the break. He's pinned to the sideline. Does well to sidestep one challenge. O'Connor comes in over. Hurley over the shoulder there. Loses the ball in the tackle. Sean Spratt comes out to help. O'Rourke battling hard for that ball. Excellent play by Tom O'Connell. Wins the ball off 3 or 4. Portlaw Ballyduff men. Breaks away from O'Connor. Shoots from the left-hand side. Excellent score as it goes over, but it's right into the wide. Brickies could have done with that score. Portlaw seem to be currently battling the Brickies. 5 wides now from the Brickies. Brickies sideline here trying to lift it. Jack McCarthy into the fray. He'll replace Alan Curran going in wing back on Alex Reid. So Jack McCarthy here goes in to replace Alan Curran. Cuddy with the ball.
That's it, Peter. Keep working now, Tom. Keep it going. Jamie, keep working. Turn now.
Billy Cuddy strikes the ball. Looks for O'Brien and Cameron Asher. Cameron Asher gets the flick across, moves the ball away from Brian. Ryan wins the ball, looks up, delivers a high ball into the full forward line. 2 Portlaw Ballyduff men there again. Jack Renan managed to break the ball. Renan wins the break to himself. Ball breaks Tom O'Connell. Tom O'Connell off his left. Dummies, shoots off the left, half a block there, might be doing enough into the Cuddy's hand. Cuddy does well, breaks past 2 tackles, looks to clear the ball, clears the ball off down the left hand side. O'Rourke again wins the ball. O'Rourke's having an excellent game, moves the ball on the left hand side in towards Jack O'Donnell and Owen McGrath. Great battle going on here between the 2 men. Jack wants to flick it around, picks it first time, moving away from the full back. Owen McGrath leaves an arm, seems to pull Jack O'Donnell. Tyler Welch awards the free to Portlaw Ballyduff. Free taken by Evan Burrows here. Brickies need the next score from their puck out. Starting to struggle now. The wind has picked up a small bit, starting to swirl. So Evan Burrows with a chance to make the score. 2-7 to 4 points. 23.5 minutes gone. Low strike. wide. So the score remains 2-6 to Portlaw Ballyduff, 4 points to Brickey Rangers. Gardner takes his time surveying his options. Looks for a short one, thinks again, moves back to go long. Pucks the ball out to Brickey's right hand side, ball dropping a 65-yard line. Ball breaks, Rooney's through the middle again, breaking through. Opens the legs, moves away from James Fennell, moving through the middle, looks to hand pass the ball off to Burrows. Owen McGrath gets a hurley across, flicks it between the two of them. Excellent work there by Jack McCarthy, who's entered the fray at wing back. Evan Burrows manages to hook Jack McCarthy, wins the ball, picks it, plays it back to Bulger. Bulger off his left hand side, plays the ball across 21 towards Jack O'Donnell. Jack O'Donnell, excellent play there by James Harty, knocks the ball away from O'Donnell. O'Donnell picks a second goal. Peter Cummins, O'Donnell managed to possess. Cummins moves away towards his own 65, strikes the ball low and hard. Excellent play there, cut out by the Portlaw number 5, Shane Reid. Ball goes in towards the right hand corner towards O'Brien. O'Brien picks the ball in front of Ashraf.
He's there again.
O'Brien moves outside, plays the ball to Burrows. Burrows picks the ball, plays another ball across to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's free but misses on the 21-yard, pulls first time to drop. Excellent goal by Jack O'Donnell. Missed the ball into his hand first time, dropped on the 13-yard line, pulled instinctively, ball into the top corner. No chance again for Tom Gardner. 3 goals now for Portlaw Ballyduff. Tom Gardner puck out. Ball drops into 65. Pull by Sean O'Rourke on Braden D. Carter. Keane Bulger had claimed the ball about 3 yards in front. Seemed to be a wild pull by O'Rourke. Interesting to see what Tomas Welch does here. Quick chat here with Tomas Welch and Sean O'Rourke, who really burst into the game in the last 15 minutes. Portlaw Ballyduff will be very disappointed to lose him. No, it's a yellow card. So Tomas Tyler Welch, yellow card for Sean O'Rourke. Free to be towards the Brickies on their own 65-yard line. 15 yards in from the left-hand side. Free to be taken by Tom O'Connell. Small break and player might get a chance for Brickies to kind of reorganise themselves. Michael O'Connor sitting in front of his own full back line from this free, probably 21 yards out. O'Connell will try and put this one over the bar, put it dead at least. From his own 65, Tom O'Connell strikes. Excellent free, the wind seems to be bringing it over. Excellent strike by Tom O'Connell. Drops over the bar. It's 5 points now for the Brickies to 3-6 for Portlaw Ballyduff. Excellent ball out there. Well won by Chasey. Chasey drops it as he's moving away. Reid moves in to pick up the loose ball, strikes the ball straight down the middle towards Killian Ryan. Killian with a chance, takes the ball in the hurley, looks up, looks for a ball down into the right hand corner towards Mikey Sheehan. Ball passes over Sheehan's head. Battle back in towards Sheehan and Gooney. Gooney wins the ball, picks it second time. Trapped inside in the corner, touching the hurley, looks like strikes it long down the sideline. Sean O'Rourke again is free. Braden D. Carter, O'Rourke wins the battle past him. O'Rourke moving away now, strikes off his left hand side in towards O'Donnell and Harty.
Tyler, come on!
Perhaps Tyler Welch could let that ball develop. Jack O'Donnell seemed to have the ball in his hand inside the Brickey 13-yard line. Speaking to Braden D. Carter here, looks like to be giving him a yellow card for a pull across. Seeming lucky Carter slipped into it. So will he take him or is he just going to book him? Seems to be a tick and doesn't seem to take out any card. So a free for Evan Burrows, 10 yards in from the sideline, left hand side of the pitch. Strikes it well, seems to be happy with it. Roar from the sideline tells me it's over. Burrows scores 3-7 to Portlaw Ballyduff, 5 points to the Brickies. 27.5 minutes gone. Gardner with the strike. Gardner plays it out on top of his 65 again. O'Connell comes to claim it from centre half forward, tries to flick it on. Ball breaks to Burrows. Burrows picks it. O'Connell on him. Burrows still has the ball. Excellent pick up. Strikes from 55 yards off on his right hand side, off the shoulder. Tom Gardner keeps it in play. Strikes the ball out. Again, land the ball on 65. Well done. Excellent catch there by Braden D. Carter. Moves away over, caught the ball over O'Brien. Moves away. Carter looking for support here. Strikes the ball in towards the Portlaw Ballyduff goal. Mikey Sheehan. Brickies need a lift. A chance here for their 6th point. 3 frees so far for Tom O'Connell.
Sean!
Nearly 29 minutes gone here.
Sean, spread! Just pull on it now.
15 yards in from the left-hand touchline. Tom O'Connell strikes. Once again, the wind brings it in. Not far enough though, wide in the left-hand side. O'Connell will be disappointed with that strike after getting one much more difficult just before it. Ball played out by the Portlaw Ballyduff goalkeeper Cuddy. Again attacking that left-hand side of the Ballyduff attack. O'Rourke again picks up the break and plays it down into the centre. Killian Ryan's underneath it. Ball goes over his head. Excellent touch in there by O'Donnell. O'Donnell attacks the goal. He's through on goal. 2-on-1 here. Plays the ball across the Burrows. Burrows with a chance for the fourth goal. Fourth goal for Portlaw Ballyduff. Evan Burrows again finds the net. Excellent work there by Jack O'Donnell. Caught the ball in the break, passed it off to Burrows, and he goaled. Goals have been a difference so far here in the game, with Portlaw Ballyduff getting 4. Brickies yet to register a real shot on goal. Bulger wins the puck out. James Fennell seems to lead the hand in. Looks like Bulger kept onto the hurley there, like held it between his arm and his body. Very cute there from the centre half forward for Portlaw Ballyduff. Portlaw Ballyduff will take this chance now to slow down the clock and get to half time. Time is nearly up, but we're going to have 2 or 3 minutes extra for the water break. So a chance for Burrows again to score Portlaw's Ballyduff's 8 point. Personally, he's got a tally so far of 2-4. Burrows strikes. Excellent score again, very assured from the freeze. So Portlaw Ballyduff 4-8, Brickies 5 points, with Evan Burrows a personal tally of 2-5 in the first half. 5 frees, 2 goals from play. Ball's poked out here. Jack O'Donnell breaks it down. Michael O'Connor on the break has moved forward in the last bit of this first half. Bricky's trying to crowd him out, but he gets the pass away to Jack O'Donnell. Jack O'Donnell, lovely touch there into the hand. Excellent play by Jack O'Donnell. Well tackled there by James Fennell. Owen McGrath comes out with the ball. Excellent work there with the Brickey backs. Managed to slow down the ball. Owen McGrath kicks the ball. Ball goes out over the sideline. Portlaw Ballyduff applying all the pressure here. Jack O'Donnell really come to the fore. Target man inside has laid off a number of balls to forwards moving in. Jack O'Donnell will take the sideline himself. 35 yards out on the right hand side. Excellent ball, seems to be drifting to the right. Had all the distance, maybe to get the direction, so. 4th wide for Portlaw Ballyduff here. The rain has started to fall again. Portlaw Ballyduff might be happy, that might slow down the game. Short puck out there from Gardner to Killian Ryan. Misses it the first time, gets it the second time, strikes the ball. James Daly tries to flick it on, but Chasey wins the breaking ball behind him. Chasey moves past James Daly. Daly trying to work with him. Chasey's gotten away from him, strikes off the left, dips the ball into the full forward line. Jack O'Donnell's out in front again. Jack O'Donnell off the left hand side, plays the ball over the top to Burrows. Burrows turns back in on his right hand side, shoots wide. Excellent play there by Portlaw Ballyduff. Lovely interchange between their forwards. Jack O'Donnell and Evan Burrows seem to have great understanding. Tom Gardner with the puck out here, looks for the sideline. Moss Welch blows the whistle for the first half, so disappointing first half here for Brickey Rangers. Excellent first half here for Portlaw Ballyduff. Brickey Rangers will have the elements, whatever they are, in the second half. Will we possibly see some changes to Brickey Rangers? Is the wind having that much influence again? I'm not sure. Portlaw Ballyduff seem to be making more use of their ball. Their full forward line seems to be particularly dangerous. So just to give you a quick rundown, so the half-time score is Portlaw Ballyduff 4-8, Brickey Rangers 5 points. Evan Burrows has been to the fore in this game, scoring 2-5, 5 points from free and two goals from play. So the danger men as identified before the game of Burrows and O'Donnell seem to be doing all the damage, ably assisted by Sean O'Rourke there, number 15 in the white helmet for Portlaw Ballyduff. Michael O'Connor's done an excellent job policing the half back line, helping out Dobbin at centre back to control the influential Tom O'Connell. The Brickies meanwhile will be very disappointed with their opening half display, with their points coming from a 3rd minute free from Tom O'Connell, Peter Cummins from play in the 7th minute, Tom O'Connell getting a free in the 13th, Tom O'Connell again scoring from play in the 15th, and Tom O'Connell getting his last score of half a free from the 27th minute. From the 15th to the 27th minute, Brickies failed to score, showing a dominance of Ballyduff, or Portlaw Ballyduff in the second half of that first half, where in the same time period Portlaw Ballyduff scored 2-3, really pushing on. Welcome back to our coverage of the JJ Kavanagh Minor B County Hurling final here in the Gold Coast between Brickey Rangers and Portlaw Ballyduff. Brickey Rangers have taken the field for the second half. Portlaw Ballyduff now emerging to take their place for the second half. At half time, Brickies have made 2 changes, with Jack Power replacing Sean Spratt and Cormac Deavy replacing Mikey Sheehan. Jack Power will be starting at left half forward for the Brickey Rangers, with Cormac Deavy starting at top of the right. Just as Portlaw take the field, we'll see if they've made any changes. As far as I can see to this point, they haven't. They're sticking with the same team that started the first half. Moss Welch just looking for all the players, and ball is in. Ball breaks Dobbin from the puck out from the throw in. Tom O'Connell with a strong shoulder. Ball hand pass to Rooney. Rooney moves away from Braden D. Carter. Great hook there by D. Carter. Moves past James Fennell, plays the ball to Burrows. Burrows with a lovely touch into his hand. Picks it first time. Owen McGrath tackling him. Tries to pin him to the sideline. Burrows still gets his shot away. Low ball across to 13-yard line. Jack O'Donnell out in front of James Coffey Harty. Plays a hand pass to O'Brien. O'Brien with a chance to shoot. Turns onto his right. Great strike from O'Brien. Great score. First score of the half to Portlaw Ballyduff. As in the first half, quick start here for Portlaw Ballyduff. They now move to 4-9 to Brickies 5 points. So Portlaw Ballyduff 4-9, Brickies 5 points. Tom Gardner should be with the win this half. Puck out's travelling slightly longer towards the Portlaw Ballyduff halfway line, or 65. Tom O'Connell breaks the ball towards Jack Renan. Jack Renan fouled here by the full back for Kit Millay for Portlaw Ballyduff. So Millay wrapping his hands around Jack Renan there. First free the second half here for Tom O'Connell. 55 yards out for the Portlaw Ballyduff goal. Chance for Brickies get their first score the second half in.
Jamie, pick him up here, Jamie.
Tom O'Connell strike for the Brickies' 6th point, and he's 4th free of the game. O'Connell strikes the ball low and hard towards the goal. Excellent, 4th free for Tom O'Connell there to bring the Brickies to 6 points. Brickies, you feel, are going to need a goal or two to come back into this game. Puck out, Portlaw Ballyduff's netminder. Ball breaks between D. Carter and Rooney. Rooney's first onto the break, picks it on the run. Rooney continues up the sideline, over the flag, strikes from 45 yards out off his left hand side, plays the ball in. O'Donnell wins it on the 21-yard line but slips. James Harty with the flick, excellent flick by Harty there to move the ball away from O'Donnell. Harty misses the pick up, ball breaks 21-yard line. Harty battling hard there. O'Rourke wins the breaking ball, excellent first half from O'Rourke, plays the ball back out to Reid. Reid plays a short ball to O'Donnell. O'Donnell moves past the first defender, plays the ball to O'Rourke. O'Rourke shoots low and hard just over the bar. 2nd point of the half there for Portlaw Ballyduff from O'Rourke. O'Rourke had an excellent first half. Gets his first score of the second half. Gardner looking for someone to win for the puck out. Plays the ball down the Brickies' right hand side towards Tom O'Connell. O'Connell up for the break. Ball off top of his hand, moves through. Dobbin picks up the breaking ball. Has picked up a lot of breaking ball today. Brickey to be careful of that. Ball back into the middle. Jack Renan makes his feathers spread. Ball breaks to the number 2 Portlaw, who strikes it down the middle. O'Brien misses the pick up. Ball breaks to Killian Ryan. Cameron Ashraf picks the ball from the break. Ashraf looks to clear down to Bricky's left hand side. Ball in towards Jack Power, moves past him. Dobbin again picks up the break for centre half back position. Plays the ball down to O'Brien, who's found himself loose. Gets it at the second attempt. Ashraf chased him. O'Brien moves away from him. Chance to strike off his right hand side. Strike is weak into the hands of Tom Gardner. Should control this. Moves the ball out to Bricky's left hand side. Low ball out towards Reid. Gets the hurley in from Jack McCarthy. Jack McCarthy. Reid flicks the ball over McCarthy's head and moves towards goal. Chance to strike here for Reid off his right hand side. Ball looks to be drifting to the right hand wide. So first wide of the second half there from Reid for Portlaw Ballyduff. Excellent play though by Reid. Managed to flick the ball over the head of Jack McCarthy. Claimed the ball on the hop. Struck for goal. Tom Gardner steadies the ship. Brickies take up their positions again. James Fennell moves out to the right hand side of the Brickies midfield. Gardner with the ball down again on top of Tom O'Connell. Tom O'Connell tries to break the ball. 2 Portlaw men around him. James Fennell missed the pick up. Ball breaks to Ballduff, centre half forward. Great battling there by both teams. Tom O'Connell flicks it out the side, wins the ball on the ground, moves away for O'Connor. Chance to strike off his right hand side. Half hook by O'Connor. Great work by O'Connor. Jack Renan battling there. Pulled first time to the ground by number 2 Portlaw Ballyduff. Braden D. Carter and Rooney battling for the ball. Rooney managed to get Hurley across D. Carter and breaks the ball away to himself. Excellent play here by Rooney. He's having a great game. Turns back inside onto his right hand side, flicks the ball to Bulger. Bulger, loose ball, misses the pick up. Great tackling there. Jack Power battling hard there. Jack Power wins the break. Seems to be held up there by Rooney. Surely a free in. Tomas Welch towards a free for holding against Rooney on Jack Power. Excellent start to the half for Jack Power, the substitute, who's come into the Brickey half forward line. Injury here for Portlaw Ballyduff. O'Brien on the left hand side there, down the ground. Tom O'Connell is a free 55 yards out from the Portlaw goal, slightly to the left of the centre. Tomas Welch allows play to progress. O'Connell with the free. Should be a score. Great score by Tom O'Connell. 7 points of the day for the Brickey Rangers. 6 points for Tom O'Connell. 5th free. Cuddy steadies himself out waiting for Tomas Welch to get a signal play. O'Brien is still down the far side. Has battled hard. Number 10 for Portlaw Ballyduff. They seem to be concerned. They're warming up the substitute on the sideline. A pity for O'Brien to go off in the county final. Burrows is moving out towards the half-forward line. O'Brien seems to be going off. Unfortunate for the young man, injury to going off. 15. 5 minutes into the second half. O'Brien is replaced by number 24 for Portlaw Ballyduff. Ball out by Cuddy on top of Jack Power. Jack Power puts up the hand. Tom O'Connell wins the break. O'Connell moving towards the 45. O'Connor moves across to shut him out. Tom plays a hand pass into Jack Power. Jack Power misses the first time of asking. Dobbin again with the centre half back coming out to claim the ball. Strikes off his left low and hard. Rooney picks the ball. Rooney, excellent side step there. Moves inside Braden D. Carter. 2 catches used off to Hurley. Strikes the ball low and hard. Owen McGrath out in front. Ball breaks to Rourke. Rourke is inside. Rourke has gone through the 21. Will he take his score? Opts for the point. Excellent score by Rourke. Danger man here today. 3rd point today for Sean O'Rourke, number 15 for Portlaw Ballyduff. In total, Portlaw Ballyduff's 11 points today. So Portlaw Ballyduff move to 4-11 to Brickey Rangers 6 points. Tom Gardner with the puck out here. Gardner again goes down right hand side of Brickey. Attack between Tom O'Connell and O'Connor. O'Connor's done a great job today. Ball breaks again to Dobbin. Dobbin is cleaning ball up in the half back line for Portlaw Ballyduff. Killian Ryan on the other side nearly gets half hooked there. Tom O'Connell claims the ball excellently. He looks to shoot. Plays a low ball in towards Peter Cummins. Peter Cummins on the turn. Flicks into his hand. Brickies need a goal. Cummins inside 13-yard out. Strikes low and hard. Goal for the Brickey Rangers. Excellent ball there by Tom O'Connell to Peter Cummins. The danger man got a goal for the Brickey Rangers. Is this a lifeline for the Brickies here in the 7th minute of the second half? Their first major today. Peter Cummins has now scored 1-1. Brickey Rangers score 1-6 to Brickey Rangers. 4-11 to Portlaw Ballyduff. O'Rourke picks up the ball in the half-forward line again. Strikes off his left low ball in towards O'Donnell. O'Donnell is well marshalled there by James Harty. James Harty gets a flick, working hard there. Harty needs help. Brickey's a bit slow into the tackle there. Ball on the ground, the half-forward line. Killian Ryan does excellent to break out of the ball. Brickey see they got lift by that goal. Killian Ryan half blocked down by Bulger. Great work by Bulger. Ball breaks to Rooney in the middle of the field. Jack Ronan doing excellent work there. Breaks the ball away from Rooney. Braden D. Carter has a strike. Long ball into towards the Portlaw goal again. Ball bounces 10 yards to Portlaw goal. Goalie comes out, drops the ball. Excellent work there by Cormac Davey. Cuddy comes out, done well the goalie. Peter Cummins tries to get a hook. Excellent clearance there by Cuddy, the Portlaw Ballyduff goalie. Plays the ball onto the Brickey 65-yard line. Well batted there by James Fennell. Braden D. Carter from his own halfway line shoots. Ball dropped to the right and wide. Unlucky there from Braden D. Carter. Excellent play here. The game has really kind of burst into life here in the second half. Much better quality hurling than the first half. 8 minutes gone. Scoreline. Portlaw Ballyduff 4-11. Brickies 1-6. Ball to the halfway line, the right hand side. Excellent back there by James Daly. James Daly plays the ball to Peter Cummins. Peter Cummins claims the ball. Unlucky to be broken out of his hand. Excellent play there by the full back there, Keith Millay. Tussle here for the ball. Ball on the ground, still tussling there, Brickies. Jack Power does well there, trying to get the foot over the ball. Ball still in the ground there. Cormac Davey. The young man battles for the ball on the ground. Ball still broken away. Brickies and Portlaw still battling for the ball. Ball breaks out the side. Peter Cummins a chance. Will he take his point? Shoots for a score. Unlucky. Wide to the left for Peter Cummins. Right option there to shoot. Unlucky. Brickey seemed to have picked it up really. Peter Cummins go to full forward. Seemed to give the Brickey Rangers more of a point of attack there. Portlaw Ballyduff slowing down, trying to gather themselves, trying to stem the flow of the current Brickey's attack. Cuddy looks. Where can he find a Portlaw Ballyduff man? Pucks it out to the Portlaw Ballyduff left hand side. Ball breaks here between Chase and Daly. Excellent play by Daly. McCarthy breaks the ball. O'Rourke again on the break. O'Rourke picks the ball, moves through centre field. Flick across there by Jack McCarthy. Cheap free against the Brickies. Bit of pressure relief for Portlaw Ballyduff. D. Carter tries to pick up the pace of the game, brings the ball back, hands the ball to the referee. Is this free within Burrows' range? Again, the rain has stopped. It was persistent for 10 minutes at half time, but luckily he stopped for the second half.
Don't be afraid to move around in there, Colin, Peter.
Referee keeping a close eye there on the stopping of the balls was a big issue in the minor A final recently. Well spotted by Tomas Welch in the minor A final. So Burrows, halfway line, middle of the pitch. Doesn't catch that one cleanly. The ball seems to be drifting out to the right. Right and wide. Still in play. Well kept in there by Owen McGrath. Owen McGrath moves out. 3 catches. Had time to strike the ball. Was forced into it by O'Rourke, who closed him down. Felt he couldn't strike the ball for fear of being blocked down. 3 catches against the Brickey fullback. Another chance for Burrows. Much easier chance here. 21 yards out. Ten minutes gone here in the second half. Chance for Burrows to put Portlaw, Ballyduff's 12th point on the board today, and his own 6th point. He's got 5 points already from frees, looking for his 6th point from place balls. Possibly has been a difference between the two teams so far today. Low and hard, goes for goal. Well saved by Tom Garner. O'Donnell's on the break, pulls in the first time for the 6-yard line. Over the bar by O'Donnell. Excellent score by O'Donnell, great anticipation. Brickey seemed to switch off there for a minute. Perhaps Burrows saw that they weren't ready for the short free, went for a goal. Great stop by Tom Gardner. 12 points now for Portlaw Ballyduff, 4-12 for Portlaw Ballyduff, 1-6 for the Brickey Rangers. Tom Garner again goes down to Brickey right hand side, looking for Tom O'Connell. Tom O'Connell rises highest over O'Connor but can't claim the ball, drops it on the ground. O'Connor wins the breaking ball, Tom flicks it away from him. Excellent play by Tom O'Connell, takes the ball in the break. He's moving inside the 45-yard line. O'Connell, will he go for a goal or will he tape the ball out of the bar? Hand passes the ball to Peter Cummins. Cummins drops the ball, unfortunately a bit tight inside there. Ball breaks to the ground. Portlaw Ballyduff smothered the ball well, doing well. O'Connell picks the ball again, still with him on the ground. Still battling from Rooney's in there. Rooney and O'Connell on the ground battling for the ball.
James, stay out! Daly, stay out!
Ball's on the ground still, both teams trying to flick it out, legs, hands, hurleys. Rooney emerges the ball, excellent play by the midfield man from Portlaw Ballyduff. Fouled, jersey held by corner forward Cormac Deavy. Excellent play there by Rooney, claimed the ball out of the ruck and moved out quickly. Free to be taken by Dobbin. The Portlaw Ballyduff centre half back has been quiet in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Plays the ball out to Burrows, who seems to have moved out to the half forward line. Owen McGrath gets a hurl in. Owen McGrath misses the pick up. Burrows into it. O'Rourke helps out Burrows, 2 full forward men now moved out to the half forward line. Jamie Coonan moves in towards the Brickey half forward line, plays the ball inside. Cormac Deavy tries to touch the ball into his hand. Excellent play here by Dobbin, who emerges ahead of Cummins and O'Connell. Plays the ball down to Reid. Reid first time off to Hurley. Excellent hook there by Jack McCarthy. James Fenton battling hard with Bulger. Braden D. Carter wins the ball. Plays the ball down the side towards Cormac Deavy. Cormac Deavy out in front. Hurley out in front by Gooney. Plays the ball to O'Connor. O'Connor plays a lovely ball inside. Intercepted by James Daly. O'Connor wins the break of ball and moves again. Excellent play here by the white helmet of Portlaw Ballyduff midfielder. Plays the ball out to Rooney. Rooney's everywhere in the last 10 minutes. Plays the ball into the full forward line. Dropped by Killian Ryan. Cameron Asher's there to clean up and moves the ball on the field. Jack Ronan on his own against 2 Portlaw Ballyduff men. Lovely ball in there by the Portlaw Ballyduff corner back. Ball moves over to James Coffey Harty, cleans it up. Long strike by Coffey Harty down into the Brickey right half forward position. Dobbin is there again from centre half back. Moves out through the tackles, plays the ball up the sideline towards Reid. Jack McCarthy seems innocuous foul there. Both players going hard for the ball. Reid didn't even claim for a free. Decision of referee Tomas Welch is to give a free to Portlaw Ballyduff. Another chance for Burrows to tack on another point for Portlaw Ballyduff. Game has improved immeasurably in the second half. Much more free-flowing hurling. Both teams seem to settle down. Much more even contest now. Burrows 5 yards in from the sideline here. Brickey 65-yard line. Seems to have moved the ball forward a small bit. 64 yards from the Brickey's goal. On the angle, probably 70. Against the wind, whatever's there. Strikes it high. Looks to be looking good. Drifts to the right. Just to the wide and right. Good attempt there by O'Rourke to keep the ball in, but unfortunately, ball breaks out. Brickies need to get another goal, you feel, or 2 to get them back into the contest. Tom Gardner with a short puck out here to Braden D. Carter. Lets the ball hop, dangerous in these greasy conditions. Attacked by Reid. D. Carter steps past the challenge. Looks up to the full forward line. Plays the ball in low and hard. Is Dobbin going to collect this ball again? Ball breaks to Jack Ronan. Jack Ronan picks the ball up. Looks for someone to pass the ball to. Finds Killian Ryan. Killian Ryan has a shot, right option there. Ball is right and wide. Brickies can't be that wasteful in these chances here.
Let's keep the ball down here.
Third wide of this half for the Brickies. Rooney on the break again from midfield. Rooney moves through the centre, getting away there from Jack Power off the left hand side. Plays a lovely ball in towards Jack O'Donnell. Jack O'Donnell's in front. James Coffey Harty, ball travels. First chance to pick it up. Picks it up first time. Moves past O'Donnell. Great play by Coffey Harty there. Should strike the ball long. Great play by James Coffey Harty. Plays the ball on the right hand side. James Daly and Chasey here. Chasey claims the ball excellent in the air. Great play. Flick back. Not caught by the referee. Rooney into the middle field. Excellent play there. Chasey finds Rooney. Breaks past Braden D. Carter. Rooney plays the ball to Burrows. Burrows on his own. 35 yards out on the right hand side of Brickey goal. Next to shoot off his right hand side. Very accurate from Burrows. Great score. Again found himself loose. Set up by Rooney. Rooney's had a massive game here today. That's 15 minutes gone in the second half here. So our water break in the second half. The score currently is Portlaw Ballyduff 4-13. Brickey Rangers 1-6. 1-7 for Brickey Rangers. Apologies. 1-7 for Brickey Rangers. 4-13 for Portlaw Ballyduff. Much better fare there in the first 15 minutes of the second half. Both teams playing much more to their performance. Bricky's been much happier, but they're just struggling to close that gap now. They need goals. Goals are hard to come by with the extra man in the Portlaw Ballyduff defence. Dobbin is having an excellent game, ably assisted by Malay. Killian Ryan seems to be pushing on forward now for the Brickies. With them probably taking a risk, they know they need goals. They're going to push on some of their players, so they're going to probably leave 5 on 5 in the back line and hope that Killian can pick up that extra man and push on for goals. So exciting 50 minutes left here in Gold Coast in the JJ Kavanagh Minor B County Hurling Final. Portlaw currently lead 4-13 to 1-7. With their scores in the second half for Portlaw Ballyduff coming from O'Brien the 37th minute, O'Rourke again in the O'Rourke 2 scores in between the 37th and 41st minute, a score from O'Donnell, and Burrows again in the 46th minute. For the Brickey Rangers, we have a goal for Peter Cummins on 43 minutes, aided to a free from Tom O'Connell on 37 and a further free from Tom O'Connell on 40 minutes. So the Brickies have scored 1-2 in the second half, with Portlaw Ballyduff scoring 5 points in the second half. So even in the second half so far, can the Brickies claw back the big advantage of Portlaw Ballyduff in the last 50 minutes? Tyler Welch recalls the teams for the final time this Minor B County Hurling Final. The Brickies will need goals to make up this difference. Evan Burrows has been to the fore with 2-6 altogether, 6 points from frees and 2 goals. He's been ably assisted by O'Rourke, who's got 3 points from play, with O'Donnell getting 1-1 from in the scores, and Reid also scoring 1-2. So scores well spread around the Portlaw Ballyduff attack. 4 players putting on majors there for the Portlaw Ballyduff side. Whereas the Brickies forwards are probably struggling to make an impact in the game, with Tom O'Connell being the only forward to score from play, with Cummins having scored, having moved into the full forward line essentially. So the Brickey forwards need to get on top in this final 15 minutes. We'll restart with a puck out from Tom Gardner in the Brickey goal. So Brickey's playing from left to right. 15 minutes to go. Gardner looks for Braden D. Carter, who stole a march here on the Portlaw Ballyduff defence, but is well intercepted by Reid. Reid rakes the ball. Bulger there wins, battling with Braden D. Carter, the ball on the ground. Rooney again picks the ball from the ruck, has been excellent today. Rooney moves through onto 65, hand pass the ball to O'Rourke. O'Rourke drops for the first time of action. Jamie Coonan does excellent work back there and get a flick into the ball. Coonan and O'Rourke battling for the ball. Rooney picks the ball again, his second ruck in a row he's won. Plays a low ball in towards the substitute number 24 of Portlaw Ballyduff, who shoots. Ball to the wide and right. Tom Gardner from the puck out looks for Braden D. Carter. 2 Ballyduff Portlaw men. Bulger gets a block on the ball. Ball breaks to James Daly. James Daly moves inside, looks for hand pass. Strange decision there, the referee seemed to pull the hand of James Daly. Aaron Chasey moves for the tackle. Chasey going across, plays the ball to Rooney. Rooney standing free on his own halfway line. Looks for the ball out to Burrows. Burrows is free, 45 yards from goal. Shoots from his right. Wide and wide. Let off the hook there from Burrows. Great play again by Rooney. Rooney probably been the standout player in the last 20 minutes of the game. Really burst into it. Brickey struggling to win possession from puckouts. Top of Braden D. Carter here. Blocks the ball down. James Fennell pulls in the first time. Bulger and Fennell battling. Bulger kicks the ball forward. Killian Ryan wins the break, comes into it. Ball on the ground. Bulger looks to go for it again. Jack Ronan in there battling for the ball. Ball on the ground still. Ball is won by Jack O'Donnell from the corner forward position, moved outfield, moving towards goal. He's 21 yards to the goal. James Coffey Harty's chasing him hard. O'Donnell might shorten Hurley, shoot for goal. Short as Hurley. Great save by Tom Gardner, flicks the ball away. Ball still in the danger, 6-yard box. Picked up by Portlaw, Ballyduff number 24. Ball is still going around the Bricky's small square. Hand pass ball out, seems to be the wrong decision. Burrows shooting from 21 yards. Goal, 5th goal, 3rd goal of the day for Evan Burrows. He's now scored 3-6. Jamie Coonan there trying to get the ball out of the Brickey area, seemed to miss-hit the ball out to 21-yard line. Picked by Burrows, finished the ball to the net. James Fennell battling hard here with Reid. Bulger's in to try and get his leg over the ball, try and pick it up. Excellent there by Jack McCarthy, picks the ball up. Jack moves the ball down to Cormac Davey, playing top of the right for the Brickies. Cormac Davey, first time into the hand, moves away. 3 Ballyduff Portlaw men. Free. Excellent play by the young Cormac Davey, under 14 for the Brickey Rangers. Tom O'Connell has a chance to get the 8th score today for the Brickies. They need this one badly. Will he go for a point? Will he drop it in? Low ball, flight in towards the full forward line. Keeper bats it out. Ball breaks out. Jack Power makes attempt to pick the ball the first time. Looks for O'Connell. Jack turns, strikes off his right hand side. Will the ball dribble right and wide? Excellent. Cormac Davey tries to keep the ball in play. Does well. Peter Cummins strike off the ground. Excellent goal by Peter Cummins. Great play there by Cormac Davey, who kept the ball in play, moved the ball back across the front of the goal. 2nd goal of the day for Peter Cummins. Has made a difference. He's moved to the full forward position. Is it enough for the Brickies though? Brickies currently 2-7. Portlaw Ballyduff 5-13. Change for the Brickey Rangers. Kieran Power comes on for Cameron Ashraf. Kieran Powers come on cornerback. Puck out there from Cuddy on top of Chasty. Chasty gets a hand of the ball but falls to the ground. Killian Ryan battling hard. Bulger picks the ball first time, looks to strike off his left. Excellent play by Killian Ryan, hooked. Reid wins the ball tight to the sideline, does very well to keep the ball moving up along the Portlaw attack. Jack McCarthy and Chasey battling for the ball. Chasey gets a shoulder in, moves the ball on the line, picks it first time. Chasey moved away from Jack McCarthy. Wing back is doing excellent here, moves into 21-yard line. Will he shoot? Shoots for goal. Tom Gardner touched into that. Excellent save, but Tom Gardner controls the ball. Plays the ball out to the 21-yard line. James Coffey Harty picks up the break and clears the ball down onto the Portlaw Ballyduff 65-yard line. Cormac Davey, ball batted away by Gooney. Excellent play. Ball breaks out to James Daly, who's 65 yards from the goal. Plays the ball down to Tom O'Connell. Tom O'Connell's got the ball. Moves towards the 45-yard line. Still moving across. Will he shoot for a goal? Pass the ball to Peter Cummins. 21 yards out. Misses the first pick-up, shoots. Blocked by O'Connell. Excellent play by Michael O'Connor there, the Portlaw Ballyduff midfielder. Portlaw wing backs, clears the ball down the field towards Killian Ryan, standing at the 45-yard line. Portlaw, will he score? Brickies are passing up opportunities for points here, but Killian takes the shot for a point. Excellent point by Killian Ryan from 35 yards out. Brickies must be patient here. They need to take their point chance. They come, wait for the goal chance to be clear. Scoreline, Brickey Rangers 2-8 to 5-13 to Portlaw. James Coffey Harty battling hard there. O'Donnell have a great battle all day, probably pretty even. O'Donnell carries the ball. Rooney again in the middle of the field, picks up a break, moves through the 65-yard line, opens the legs up here. Great speed by the yellow helmet of Portlaw Ballyduff man. Hand passes the ball into Bulger. Bulger first touch into the hand but missed it. Ball drops to the ground. Bulger's inside the 6-yard. Will he get a 6th goal for the excellent save by Tom Gardner? James Fennell tidy up there, moves the ball back out to the sideline. Excellent play by Fennell there, kicks the ball out. He's under pressure there from Bulger. Alex Reid picks the ball up the 45-yard line. Great pressure. Oh, harsh free against Owen McGrath there. Reid seemed to be losing his feet there. Owen McGrath was challenging fairly, looked like from here. Another chance for Burrows to put the ball over the bar. So Brickies 2-8, Portlaw Ballyduff 5-13. Burrows has a chance here to put the 14 point in the scoreboard for Portlaw Ballyduff. This will be his 6th free. Injury here to Jack O'Donnell. Portlaw Ballyduff definitely won't want to lose Jack O'Donnell this game here today. Has been influential throughout. Been a great playmaker and has got 1-1 himself again. Tomas Welch insists that play goes on. 14 points for Ballyduff. Portlaw Ballyduff today. Burrows 6 free. 2-7 in total, the full forward for Ballyduff. Portlaw Ballyduff has scored. Influential figure in this game, obviously. Earmark before the game was one of the danger men for Portlaw Ballyduff and certainly has lived up to that billing today. It appears the Brickies are making a change here, maybe an enforced change. Jack Ronan, the full forward for the Brickey Rangers, being replaced by number 16, Mark Blackwell. Tom Gardner, long puck out here, plays the ball to the middle of the field. Cormac Deavy and James Fennell up with it. Killian Ryan picks up the break, looks to the inside forward line, plays the ball in. Again, it's that man Dobbin who's free inside. Dobbin claims the ball excellently, moves out, strikes off his left, back towards the Portlaw Ballyduff 65. Killian Ryan, a chance to win the break in, picks it brilliantly away from the corner back for Portlaw Ballyduff. Killian Ryan, chance to shoot off his left, plays the ball down to Peter Cummins into the left hand corner. Cummins at the ball, past him. Cummins and O'Connor. Cummins picks the ball first time. Will he take his score? Moves past O'Connor. Extra man. Cummins with a chance for a goal. Shoots for goal. Excellent goal, Peter Cummins. Third goal for Peter Cummins in the second half here. Has been a massive figure in the game since moving to full forward. Brickey Rangers have 10 minutes left maybe to turn the tide of this game. Brickey Rangers currently 3-8. Portlaw Ballyduff 5-14. Ball down here on top of Cormac Deavy and Chasty. Chasty gets in the tackle. Cormac Deavy doing very well since he's come on. Excellent play by the young man from Brickey Rangers. Has won numerous frees. Chance for Tom O'Connell to ping another point in the board for Brickey Rangers. Can you bring it to 3-9 for the Brickey Rangers? Definitely the move to full forward. Peter Cummins has made a massive difference this game here today. O'Connell looks to the sideline for advice from Brian Fox. The advice seems to be put the ball over the bar. O'Connell strikes down the middle. 3-9 for the Brickies, 5-14 for Portlaw Ballyduff. If the Brickies get another goal in the next couple of minutes, you feel this could really push the pressure on Portlaw Ballyduff. In their under-16 final last year, the Brickies scored 3 late goals to the game. Portlaw scored 3 late goals. Will it be a reversal this year? Will the Brickies be the ones to claim the late goals? Killian Ryan has made a big difference since moving to the middle of the field also. Ryan trying to get the ball out, being well tackled by 2 Portlaw Ballyduff men. Plays the ball out to Braden D. Carter. D. Carter being closely marshalled by O'Rourke. Well blocked down by O'Rourke. It's that man again, Rooney on the break. Ably sits by O'Rourke. O'Rourke picks and strikes off his right down into the right hand corner. Portlaw Ballyduff number 24 plays the ball to Bulger. Bulger strikes for goal. Will Gardner keep it in play? Tom Gardner brings the ball out to the 13-yard line. Looks at his options. Long ball down the middle from Tom Gardner, high into the air. Dobbin is underneath this ball. Claims the ball and moves out. Has been outstanding for Portlaw Ballyduff today. Tries to win the free there. Goes down easily. Carries the ball, says Tomas Welch. Correct call. Look for the free going down easy. Another point for, chance of a point here for Tom O'Connell. 26 minutes gone, including the water break. Tom O'Connell with a chance to put a 10th point on the board today for the Brickies. Can the Brickies move on to 3-10? Tom O'Connell, 55 yards out, strikes off the right hand side, low and hard again. Over the bar, 3-10 for the Brickies, 5-14 for the team from Portlaw Ballyduff. Brickies will be much happier with the last 10 minutes. We're moving into the real end goal time of the game. Can we get a quick ball in? Cuddihy strikes the ball out, ball's going to land in the Portlaw Ballyduff 65-yard line. Jack O'Donnell flicks the ball there, pulls first time out over the sideline. Sideline ball here for Brickey Rangers to be taken by James Coffey Harty. Halfway line. Maybe 5-6 minutes to go, including water break and injury time. James Coffey Harty on the halfway line, looking to play this ball directly into the Brickey full forward line. Excellent ball, going to drop in the 45-yard line. O'Rourke has been outstanding, claims the ball in the 45-yard line, clears it back out to where it came from. Jack O'Donnell wins a super ball, moving towards the Brickey goal. Looks to be intent on going for a point. Strikes the ball wide to the right. Brickey sideline calling for a quick puck out here. Tom Gardner, quick ball out. Jack McCarthy here with a chance to pick the ball and strike it down the line. Jack McCarthy strikes the ball down into the middle. Down onto the middle, onto Dobbin again. The extra man seems to be winning a lot of ball here for Portlaw Ballyduff team. Dobbin clears the ball to his left hand side down the middle. Claimed by his counterpart, Killian Ryan. Chasey flicks it over the advancing Ryan. Jack McCarthy wins the second ball, tied against the sideline. Late tackle there by Portlaw Ballyduff number 2. Another chance here for the talk back here from Portlaw Ballyduff. Tyler Welch brings the ball into the 30-yard line. Another score on the line here for the Brickey Rangers. 11 point, can the 11 point be registered here for Brickey Rangers today? Score would at the moment reads Brickey Rangers 3-10, Portlaw Ballyduff 5-14. Tom O'Connell 30-yard free. O'Connell point or goal, we'll see. Looks to go for the goal, strikes it hard, ball breaks 6-yard line, picked up by Michael O'Connell. Connor, excellent clearance there by O'Rourke again, plays the ball out to Burrows, O'Mcgrath and Burrows. Burrows on his own against 3 Portlaw Ballyduff men. Ball played out to side. Burrows pulls first time to the ground, plays the ball to Bulger. Bulger, James Fennell does very well there to move the ball in. Excellent play here by Dobbin. Centre half back has been outstanding today. Plays the ball to Portlaw number 2. Long clearance up the field. Should be a Brickey man's ball. Jamie Coonan now playing in front of his own full back line. Jamie strikes the ball off his right hand side down to the middle of the field. Ball comes to James Fennell. James Fennell touches into the hand first time, moves away. Moving towards Portlaw Ballyduff goal. Strikes off his left. Strikes the ball down. Gooney wins that ball in the corner. Strikes the ball back out against Mark Blackwell. Killian Ryan and Jack O'Donnell. Jack O'Donnell, Killian Ryan flicks the ball past. Excellent play there by Rooney. Flicks the ball away from Killian Ryan. Centre half forward, playing deep now. Bulger wins that breaking ball. Moves up through the halfway line. Has travelled 20 yards the ball. Looks for a hand pass. Ball broken back to Bulger again. 45 yards from the Brickey goal. Turns onto his right hand side. Strikes the ball across the goal. Excellent play there by Jack McCarthy. Comes in, dispossessed to Portlaw Ballyduff man. Strikes the ball down the middle towards James Daly. James Daly, first touch into the hand. Rooney again dispossesses. Excellent play. Corner back for Portlaw Ballyduff, comes out the ball. Plays the ball lovely to Portlaw Ballyduff wing back. Plays the ball up the middle towards number 24, Portlaw Ballyduff. Cormac Davey has an axe next again, wins that breaking ball, looks for a pass, strikes the ball straight, is well blocked down by Jack O'Donnell. Ball comes to James Fennell, chance of long strike. James Fennell, long strike into the Portlaw Ballyduff full forward, and Peter Cummins and Michael O'Connor. Cummins, nearly the ball in his hand, breaks the ground, missed strike. Cummins runs over the ball, Tom O'Connell comes in, swipes the one hand, unfortunately flicked away by Dobbin. Ball still in the danger area. Michael O'Connor comes out with the ball, excellently hooked and dispossessed by Peter Cummins. Ball breaks through O'Rourke, he's been everywhere today. Peter Cummins picks up the ball, 21 yard line. We'll be looking for a goal. 3 or 4 Portlaw Ballyduff men in between him and the goal. Free in. 21 yards out. Last time we had a free here, Tom McConnell went for a goal. Will he do the same again? Normal time is up. Water break time and injury time to be played. Tyler Welch takes a look at the watch for the first time. I have 31 minutes gone on my watch here. That's time ran over the water break and injury time. Score currently lies Brickies 3-10, Portlaw Ballyduff 5-14. O'Connell goes for a goal. Strikes hard. Save again by the goalie, Cuddihy. Excellent save, push the ball out to the right hand side. Portlaw Ballyduff wing back comes out with the ball, plays the ball out to Bulger. Excellent ball out to the centre forward. Centre forward is now advancing past his own 45 yard line, being chased here by Owen McGrath. Moves to the right, chance to strike the ball, plays the ball low down into the left hand corner. Jamie Coonan comes out to tackle Jack O'Donnell, and Jamie Coonan slide in there by O'Donnell, could be seen as a free. O'Donnell wins the ball first hand, goes past Jack McCarthy. O'Donnell moving towards the Brickey Rangers goal. Is this going to be nailed? The coffin takes a shot. Tom Gardner save. Ball dies in the mud. Jack O'Donnell follows in his initial shot and kicks the ball to the goal. O'Donnell's second goal of the day, 6th goal for Portlaw Ballyduff. Tom Garner was saved there. Bricky's pushing forward, left himself short to the back. Excellently finished the goal by Jack O'Donnell. 6th goal of the day for Portlaw Ballyduff. Score currently 6-14 Portlaw Ballyduff, 3-10 to the Brickey Rangers. Time is nearly up here in the Gold Coast. Portlaw Ballyduff have been a better team today. They've had more dangerous men in the forward lines, have scored the goals. Goals win games, deserving victors if as expected in the next few minutes. Tom Gardner with a puck out. Plays the ball to James Coffey Hartley in his own 45 yard. He'll surely look to deliver it long into the full forward line. He does. Lovely strike in 21 yard line. Cummins comes out underneath the ball, drops the ball. Unlucky, swept up there by Michael O'Connor. Has been excellent since he went back there. Even though Cummins has got 3 goals, O'Connor has still played very well. Brickey still battling. Ball out to Rooney. Rooney has been excellent today, has had an excellent game, has carried the ball from his own half back line to the forward line of Portlaw Ballyduff very well. Jamie Coonan picks the ball in his own 45. Final whistle there. Portlaw Ballyduff deserving winners on the day on a scoreline of 6-14 to 3-10. Outstanding player on the day, probably Evan Burrows. 3-7 total, 3 goals and a point from play. Ably assisted by O'Rourke and O'Donnell. O'Donnell claiming 2 goals with Reid getting another goal. So excellent game, excellent play there from Portlaw Ballyduff. Their big players stood up in the day. As we said before the game, Burrows and O'Donnell were bound to be the danger men on the day, and they proved to be the case with 5 goals between the 2 men in the full forward line. Bricky's battle hard, just didn't happen from on the day. They found scores much harder to come by. Peter Cummins' move to full forward line obviously paid dividend with Peter scoring 3 goals. Might have come too late in the game. The killer goal came in the first minute, maybe set the momentum and the danger there for Portlaw Ballyduff. Overall, an excellent victory for Portlaw Ballyduff, well deserved. Brickies can have little complaint. They played extremely well in the day, but probably the better team and the higher scoring team got the better scores. We'll now have the presentation of the trophy from Sean Michael O'Regan, the County Board Chairman. Sean Michael O'Regan here looking for the Portlaw Ballyduff captain to come over. Excellent victory in the day by Portlaw Ballyduff. As I said last year, Brickies won the under-16 final. This year Portlaw Ballyduff avenged that defeat and run out winners in the day here in the Gold Coast. The weather held off thankfully, made for a great game of hurling. The pitch was in excellent condition, if greasy, but still probably one of the better pitches you'll find in this area of the county at this time of the year. Brickies battled hard with good performances from Tom O'Connell. Killian Ryan came into the game in the second half. Obviously Peter Cummins was very strong towards the end of the game, scoring 3 goals in the second half. Brickies might feel a little bit disappointed in their performance. They played very well in the opening rounds of the game. Victories over Cush Breed, Lismore and Clonagale. Maybe the loss of Niall Brown and Brian Fox were instrumental in their loss today. Unfortunately, replacing their centre back can be very difficult, and Brian Fox having a terrific air corner back. So being short those 2 players against maybe a stronger panel seemed to catch them on the day. Disappointing result for the Brickies, but they'll be back next year. A lot of young players. They had 5 or 6 under 14s, under 15s on their finishing team. So a lot of prospect there for the Brickey Rangers in the coming years. Just wait for Sean Michael O'Regan here to make the trophy presentation to the Portlaw Ballyduff captain, Cian Bulger.
Well done, lads. Tough luck. Very good. Good, yeah. Accorda, a coifigi agus a gútóri ille mar Cahirlach cumla lú class Whale Fort Larga for Wallum Tres Lou leis an Gá Club. First and foremost, on behalf of the County Board and as Chairman, can I just sincerely thank, compliment and applaud both clubs, both volunteers, the mentors within your clubs, the coaches within your clubs, the parents within your clubs. It's an unbelievable difficult time that we're all going through. The stress and the grief, I suppose, that we're all having to try and make and play our games. It's very, very difficult. But to come here this evening and to see a wonderful game of hurling, it's a joy for us all, and we all look forward to that, and hopefully, you know, that we won't be here putting gloves on to present cups to captains and keeping the social distancing in the near future. But for now, it is what it is, and I'd like to sincerely congratulate Portlaw Ballyduff on a fabulous victory here tonight, so well done. I suppose they say goals win games, and I suppose that's what happened here tonight. I suppose, you know, Brickey Rangers, you have to be applauded for the work that you've done to get to here. Unfortunately, goals win games, and I think that's what happened tonight. But overall, I'd like again to compliment you. What a proud club, what a brilliant history you have, and well done. A couple of quick thank yous before I call on your captain to hand it over the cup. I'd like to sincerely thank our sponsors. As you can imagine, finances in this time, you know, our revenue streams and everything have probably dried up, but our sponsors, I have to say, have stuck with us through this year, through thick and thin, and I'd like to thank them most sincerely, JJ Kavanagh, for sponsoring all our club competitions. So well done to JJ. I know also it was difficult for the clubs with, you know, the match called off the other night. So again, I really appreciate and thank you for that. You know, you were absolutely brilliant, and I know it was supposed to be on in COLLIGAN earlier on, and then we ended up having it here. But, you know, since this all happened and started, and the club competitions are in such a tight window, and you're playing games after games, to be honest with you, we haven't had no complaint from any club, which is pleasing to see. It just proves collectively we all just want to play games. So well done to each and every one of you for that as well. I'd also like to thank Tomas Welsh, our referee. The referees, to be honest with you, over the last couple of weeks, they've been on the road a long time, morning, noon and night, from Saturday, from game to game and stuff like that. They're getting tired. I'd like to ask clubs maybe going forward to, you know, maybe try and watch it on the sidelines. They're getting tired. They're human beings like ourselves. They're doing a lot of games, and they have a lot of games to do over the next couple of weeks. But I'd like to sincerely thank the referee, Tomas Welch, and his umpires tonight. So well done on that. So with that, Portlaw, Ballyduff, absolutely a fabulous night. Well done to you. It's absolutely another role of honour that you can add to, another title that you can add to your role of honour for both clubs. Two strong clubs, two serious traditional clubs, lots of titles in the bag. But for tonight, to each and every one of you, well done lads, and to your coaches and your mentors, thanks very much. And I can't shake his hand, but I'll hand the cup over to Portlaw Ballyduff captain. So well done. I think they want to turn to the camera, do they? I have to. Sorry, I have to. You have to take this here.
Just talking to that way. I just want to thank Brickies there, an excellent game. They done great there to get to the final, and a few lucky goals first. Oh shit, sorry. I just want to thank Brickies there for a good game and for getting to the final. And thank all the coaches, you know, Jimmy and especially John Galvin, you know, he's still going. Television. Well on lads. Hip hip, and a hip hip hooray from Brickies. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
I love